Today's guest is someone whose story rises head and shoulders above all the noise. At just 25, he carries a journey of loss, identity, resilience, and above all, love. Born in Morocco, raised in Belgium, and shaped by adoption, Taha Laarissi has turned struggle into strength. But what sets him apart is not just surviving his story, is how he transformed it through fashion, through modeling, and through unapologetically owning who he is. Taha has built a voice that inspires others to do the same. This is not just another guest. This is a young man who turned pain into power, silence into style, and questions into courage. So guys, get ready, because you're about to hear a story that doesn't just inspire, it teaches. Please welcome Taha Laarissi.
This year I did a shooting with Lennart Knaap. He helped me with my portfolio. And then I was looking through his follower list and I came to your page and I really loved it. Since you always talk about topics that are really mattering these days and you make everything talkable. So I really liked that. So then I started following you.
I don't think you know this. I don't think I told you yet.
Oh my God.
But Leonard is my personal photographer.
You told me the first time.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. He's my personal photographer for 30 years of wisdom.
Such a good photographer.
Yeah, he's just amazing. He worked and lived in New York.
He told me.
Yeah.
He really had like his photographer career all around going.
Yeah, he's just incredible. He's just really incredibly amazing. Yeah. When you contacted me, because you said, I want to be on your podcast.
I texted that.
Yeah, you texted that on my Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah. And when you texted that, we started chatting. And then actually it was because of a post I made about AI.
Yes.
Your job as a model, that you're already feeling that there is a shift because of AI. Mm-hmm. And just a couple of days later, that was even before we met physically, there was this bullet news on VTM.
I saw that.
You saw that?
Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci.
Gucci, Vogue,
yeah, Vogue.
And AI.
And AI, yeah. And there was this very known model, and she was explaining, that she's a little bit afraid of her job, that she's going to be replaced through AI because the models that AI create at this point, they even look better than the models themselves. And that is something, when I saw that on the news, because I think we need to create a lot more awareness about not AI itself, because
but
AI
the consequences of using it so much and being replaced by it.
Yeah, and I think we really need to be very conscious that we will always choose people over artificial intelligence. I think this is a very important topic. So, and that was such a coincidence. Besides, I don't believe in coincidences. I think
everything is for a reason.
Yeah, totally. When I saw that, I thought, oh my God. And then we met, and then you started talking about the real story behind you.
The real story of who I am.
Yeah, and where you come from. What's your life story? I was like sitting there like, what? And I thought it was so beautiful. It was beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. For me, I thought that this is really worth sharing, because I know that a lot of people can benefit and learn from your story that you have to share.
And I'd love to share it and help other people and inspire others to go on, be yourself.
You were adopted.
Yes, I am adopted.
Yes. And from there on, I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay, so my name is Taha Laarissi. I'm 25 years old. And so I was born 13 May 2000. Not really that date, maybe a day earlier or a day later, by unknown parents in Morocco. And by the age of 1 year, I set foot on Belgian soil because I was adopted by my parents. And I would love to start a podcast by saying that for me, family and parentship is not specifically the parents who birthed you, but more the parents who show up for you, who learn things to you, who love you, who give you stability, who let you develop to the person you are. So that for me is really what parentship is.
What I find so beautiful on this story is that your parents really thought about this. They thought this through because they couldn't have any children.
Yes, my dad had a little problem and couldn't have any children. And a lot of people are like, oh no, an adopted child is not the same, it's different. But my parents are like, if we would have two children, like your birthed child and your adopted child, who will have loved them the same way. Like, because it's the same, it's maybe not 9 months pregnant, but it's like 3, 4 years of real advocacy and searching and crying and being happy and meeting the child. Yeah, it's uncomparable.
This was planned throughout a couple of years. This was thought through, and this was done in full awareness.
Yes.
And
They really wanted the child and be the best parents they could be. And now they are. So very proud of them.
yeah. What made them decide to come to Belgium?
My parents, they were born in Belgium and they were raised in Belgium,
Okay.
but from different roots. My mom has Algerian roots and my dad has Moroccan roots. And then, yeah, they were both born here. It's their parents who separately, like my mom and her parents' side, they came to Belgium, and my dad's parents' side came to Belgium. They did their life here. Everyone grew up. My cousins are cousins from both sides are all born in Belgium also.
Okay.
So I was really like the only one born in Morocco. So while growing up, I was always like,
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
Something was not mixing the story I always hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we back at the time when you were born, we didn't have any camera to take pictures, so that's why you don't have baby pictures. So I was like, okay, but once at school, I remember we had to take like a baby picture, like when you just born, with us to school, and I didn't had that, so I just took a picture when I was like 1 year, and I showed it to the school office, to the
Teacher.
to the teacher, sorry. And yeah, he was like, yeah, but that's not the assignment. I asked the picture of when you were a baby, not like 1 year old. And I was like, it's the first picture I have because, and everyone looked so strange at me in the class. And I was like, this is strange.
How old were you then?
I was then 14, 15.
Yeah, that sticks with you.
Yeah, that sticks with you. And then when I was 16, I really got to know it. I discovered it. I was adopted. I found the documents saying enfant trouvé, like abandoned child. I saw the documents of then my parents trying to adopt a child and the whole procedure. And I saw like the picture I took with me to school. I saw it on like a document with all Arabic things around in that same folder. So I was like, oh my God.
So you really found it without
I really
them?
found it without them knowing or telling me. Because after I knew, it was like, it was rainy, it was in March 2016, and I saw the map, everything collapsed. It was silence, it was black, it was crazy. And then I was like, you know what? I'm 15, 16. Let's go to school. Let's go. Let's forget about it. My parents were, then after I told them that I know, and then I found that file on the closet and I told them, and yeah, they were very shocked. But I'm not like a very feeling and crying person. So I was like, I'm good. Next. So I continued. Then I graduated high school. Then I did my higher education in Ghent. I studied journalism. But that's the first time I lived alone. So that's the moment I was really angry because I was thinking about the word adoption. And then I was like, ooh, bad energies coming around me, like feeling alone, feeling betrayed, feeling very angry at everyone. Like friends, they have nothing to do with it, but I was really angry at everyone at that time. And I was also very much isolating myself from everything and being like in my own bubble of negativity, let's say.
Oh.
But at the time, I was also doing modeling, and that was like really a thing during the years that I developed that I really liked, and it was like a safe space, a therapy. So yeah, that really was there for me.
Actually, that difficult phase came when you were a little bit
Yeah,
older.
indeed. With a therapist, and it's everyone how you handle the situation and stuff. In the beginning, I was really running away from it. Like the more busy I could be, the better. So I was never looking back at it or going to therapy or something. But then with the higher education, then Corona came. After that, I was like, I need therapy. So I went to therapy, and then you look at things from another point of view. You start thinking. And yeah, after years, now I feel better than ever, stronger than ever. And I also made my peace with it that I probably will never find my biological parents. But that's okay for me. Like, I have the best parents here caring for me. So yeah, I accepted it.
Did you talk about it with your parents, your mom, your father, both?
So the day I told them, it was like yeah, sometimes we have that like a table talk that everyone is on the table and then we talk. So we had that kind of a talk conversation. And it was more them being like, and how are you feeling? It's not changing.
Oh, that must have been really
Yeah,
scared.
because I always have something to say on everything. But then I was like 9 years younger than now. If I cannot talk about it, I can be like 2 hours in silence. So I was like, I'm okay. I'm good. And then they were like, after like months of saying I'm okay, they were like, okay, he's good with it. But then out of the blue, I bursted out. I had a whole personality change. It was crazy. I am an only child. I shopping and good energy and sweetness. That's like where I come from. I don't come from fighting and bad energies. And I went from that positive and good
World, yeah.
good world and the baby world and stuff to like hell. No way, I went to hell. And during my modeling and stuff, or at school or with bullies or whatever, those characteristics really, really helped me. I had that to endure something that toughens me up. So yeah, it really made me who I am today. But not in that negative point of view where I was like angry at everything and stuff, but like in a very strong, very mature way.
So, and then you started to talk about it with your parents before or after you went to therapy?
With my mother a little bit before, like a very little bit. My dad also, he asked me some questions or we had like a walk. But yeah, I cannot talk about it. I was like, I cannot talk about it. I cannot talk about it. And
Was
like
too
with the
hard.
therapist, it was so easy. It's very different with the therapist than with the persons you want to talk perfect about, but you don't know how to express and you don't want to
Yeah.
be mean. So it was very difficult to found the good words.
Yeah. But now,
Yeah, now it's new world. We're back in the good world and the happy world.
back in the happy, loving, caring world.
Indeed.
You know, I don't know your parents, but the way that you talk about them, there is so, oh, look at your face. You're just lighting up. There's so much love inside of you for them. The
Oh my god.
oh my God.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Like when I look back on my life, I have like my mom and my dad, we have two different kind of relationships. Like with my mom, she's like I was always with her with school. After school, she will pick me up. We will do activities. She has a very fashion aura and she loves fashion. She's obsessed. So, yeah, she transcripted that to me, but I translated it different. I made it my own style.
Yeah, of course.
Which maybe for some people is a bit much. But my mom is like, if you feel good that way, if you like it, I'm very happy. And my dad is very strong, very silent, very do the things you have to do, be ambitious, be strong, come up for yourself. That are really the things my dad taught me, and I'm very happy with that.
What I find very interesting is that you had your mother, but you also had a real father figure.
Yeah. Even though he's not the biggest stalker.
No.
And for example, with my mom, I was always stalking. But when I did, for example, something wrong, I knew I cannot do something wrong because my dad is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that I had that encaderment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't slip too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that's very important growing up.
It's very important because the problem that we have right now, and that is developing very fast because of, guys, social media, the phone. You hear all sorts of problems right now in school because I think it's very good. They're banning the phones in the classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening right now is that there are a lot of kids, especially men, growing up with their mother and not having a father figure. That's what's happening right now. Now, it's less in our country, but if you go like, for instance, the US and the UK, there is very obvious that a lot of single women are raising their kids alone. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but when there's not a father figure, even like the best friend of the family or an uncle. Yeah, it is. That's what they say. But if this person is not present, even the brother from the mother or a grandfather or a good neighbor or a friend, when there isn't a real man to look up through, there's a gap. Yeah, in the upbringing of the boy. And it's really male. It's a male thing. And it's that strictness. It's that...
It is.
Yeah, that strictness, but...
Rules, like...
The rules.
The rules.
Yeah.
Because your mother gives you rules, too.
Of course. Yeah, but
it's always scarier when your dad tells you, be home at 10, and when your mom tells you, be home at 10. It's a different world, I found.
Yeah. But you always have a different relationships from your father.
Indeed.
And that's for everyone the same. But what I love about this is that this is done with a lot of compassion. This is done with a lot of love and a lot of empathy.
That's
and
true.
that is what comes out of your story. And that's why your face lights up.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank them too.
I do.
Now you're 25, but if you look back in 20 years from now, you're going to be so much more mature and you're going to love your parents so much. Yeah.
Like when I compare to when I was 17, 18, of course, I always loved my parents.
Yeah, of course.
But like in a different way, it was like, ugh. You know what?
I know.
And they talk so much about this or about that. A very different way. But then you understand what they had to go through to have you.
Yeah.
And that's what I understood. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Really wow.
And these are things that we understand when we open.
Yeah, when you mature. Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, what a story. Wow. That's awesome. And then we have another story.
We indeed have another story.
Yeah, your outcoming.
My outcoming. When I grew up, I always liked things such as fashion, drawing, makeup. I always loved makeup. Like when I was like 4 years, I took like the lipsticks of my mom's closet and I always took them. But yeah, it really showed them already how I would become, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after my dad was like, how we gonna dress you up this way? Like very boyish, trying to hide it a bit.
Yeah. Did he? Yeah.
A bit. Like how I dress now, I was not dressed back then.
No, of course not. No. Logical, yeah.
But this was what I drew as a child.
Well, you were drawing that.
I was drawing like long legs, small body with outfit, straight pants But then it was just what I liked in my head. But then looking back on it now, it's like, whoa.
The
style I had back then, I loved it.
Yeah.
I really loved it.
We're all born the way we're born. And this is not something that...
You choose.
Yeah. No, true. Yeah, you're born like this. It's not something that you choose. There is a documentary about this.
Oh, what's the name?
Yeah, I don't remember, but I'll give it to you.
Okay.
And then maybe I can put it in the show notes, how it's called. They can literally see it in the brain. now. Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's quite new. That's only since a short period of time, a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
That they can actually really exactly see it in the brain. Yeah, that there is definitely a lot more female
hormones than male ones.
Well, it's not hormones. It's called something.
Activities or-
No, yeah. There is it's something with our amygdala and something else, and it's visually on a scan visible.
Okay.
That there's more female present than male, and vice versa. You know, that there's a lot more male present than female, and that determines whether we're gay or lesbian. So I'll put it in the description below.
I will watch it as well.
Yeah, it's kind of very interesting. I actually loved it. I think this is also very important, this part of your story, because there are a lot of young people out there
coming out of the closet.
Yeah.
Don't having the same luxury, let's say, I had, because I also fought for the place I have now. You know what I mean? And it was also not easy for me. But my parents are kind of chill now and very respectful. But there are a lot of people who their story is not like that. They get kicked out. They get the worst things ever just because something you didn't choose. They didn't choose to be gay or trans or...
Yeah.
And yeah, it really disgusts me to hear that they get treated that way for something they didn't choose. Like, they didn't even ask to be on this world. And then you treat your own child like this, I don't know.
The controversy here is because you're Muslim.
I am
your
Muslim,
parents,
yes.
your parents are Muslim. And I'm not saying it's always that way, but it's very obvious.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, in that culture. Well, I don't think I don't even think we can call it culture. I think it's called religion, and
you have
how far
religion, Islam, and of course they talk about homosexuality, but everyone took it and interpreted it in like their own way, in such a hateful way. Like, religion shouldn't be about hate and stuff.
No.
That's also not how I interpret Islam and how my parents see it.
No.
You should pray. You should do good deeds. You should respect each other.
Yeah.
And also like the judging that's happening these days. They be like, yeah, I pray 5 times a day, but I drink and I smoke and I hit my wife, but I pray 5 times a day. I'm like, you shouldn't be judging as well. You know what I mean? But that nobody cares.
Yeah.
And it makes me so angry. I hate it so much. Really, it makes me boil.
Yeah. I think that's a huge point.
It's a huge problem that really should be talked about more.
Yeah. I see that
because
also.
They also say that community or that religion, you know what I mean? And then people out of that community or religion, they be like, oh my God, are they like that? Like, no, we are not like that.
No.
Some of the people, the rotten apples, let's say, they are like that, but the whole religion is beautiful.
Yeah, the religion.
Yeah,
the all religion. Yeah.
Every religion is beautiful.
Every religion is beautiful. It's about protecting our family, protecting even our neighbors, protecting each other,
being good
respecting,
with each other,
sharing, go for peace.
Indeed. Drama.
Yeah.
Like,
don't hit your spouse. Don't hit your children. I mean, come on.
Indeed.
But not even animals. I mean, in religion, animals are always treated very good, kind. And so I think this is a huge point that you bring that forward, that they pray 5 times a day, but they don't walk their talk.
Indeed. And they're not themselves. You know what I mean? You be playing like a role just to show, oh, I'm such a good Muslim. And then when everyone is home, you're like a fucked up person with super bad mind.
Yeah.
So then I prefer to be like yourself, but at least your heart is pure. Your intentions are pure. You don't harm others.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. How was your journey when you told your parents that, okay, look, did they already knew? How did it go?
My mom, and honestly also my dad, they were pretty sure of it that I was it. But I never told the words.
Okay.
So since I'm more a writing person than a talks person about feelings, I wrote like a letter, na 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 na. Na.
Ah, you wrote a
And
letter.
I
Okay.
left it on the table and I went running. And I was so scared to come back home. I was
Oh.
so scared. So then I came back home. And yeah, they read the notes. And in the beginning, it was a bit harder for my dad. Like my mom was like, she needed just a day. And then she was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But my dad, it needed some time. And feel everything multiplied by 10. So when I feel someone reacting cold to me, I was like, oh, he doesn't like me anymore. So I'm 10 times colder than that then. So then our relationship went like a bit down and then the adoption came.
Oh, that came after.
That came after like a year and a half after that came. And yeah, now we're really cool. But we really had to pass the stage when I was very angry and where
Yeah.
I could really express my emotions.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, I always thought like I'm doing this fault and oh no, I'm adopted. It's my fault. Like I always saw everything was my fault. And then I was like, nah, it's your fault. But now I'm like, it's nobody's. There is nothing to be a fault of. There is nothing
No.
fault. It's just a situation. That's so true.
Yeah. What would you say to people, whether they're lesbian or gay?
Literally straight, lesbian, gay, trans, or
Trans, yeah, it
it's
doesn't
the
matter.
same. Not the same, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
equal. Everyone is equal.
You know, we're people first.
Yeah.
Whether you're brown, black, blue,
Indeed.
yellow, whatever,
Indeed.
whatever religion, it doesn't matter. We're all humans. We're a human being.
Mhm.
And
A lot of people forget that.
yeah,
They think like I'm superior than you because I'm this and you that. Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
No,
don't like that mindset.
yeah, and this is also something that I want to vocate as much as I can with 30 years of wisdom with podcasts and our community, that we're human beings. We're Homo sapiens. And with all due respect, I mean, I'm pretty sure that we had all sorts of colors there and
For
then
sure.
too. I mean, come on.
It is.
It's like a sort of metaphor. Take dogs, for instance. You have a Labrador, you have a Poodle, you have a German Shepherd. You know, I've got two Podenkos. A couple of years ago, I had Cooper. He was a greyhound. He unfortunately died.
Oh,
Yeah, I was sick for 3 weeks.
Oh, no.
Really sick. Yeah. He died quite young. He was 10. And for a greyhound,
yeah, that's young.
for a greyhound, it's young. Yeah, because normally they get easy 14, 15
Oh my
years.
God.
It's one of the races that are tall, really tall dogs, very skinny, but tall. And they grow very old. But, you know, and he died. But they all have different shapes and colors and furs and hair and eyes and they're all different, but they're all dogs.
Yeah, they all time go eat out of the thing.
Yeah, it's like us. We come with different hair and color and eyes and tall and not tall and fat and skinny and everything that. But we're all human.
Same base.
I think that's very important for people to understand and stop being
so picky and so in cage thinking, like,
yeah, and stop being so, you know, racist.
Indeed, it's too much these days.
If that could be like a switch that I could turn, I would do it immediately.
Yes, same. Immediately.
Yeah. Let's see about our questions. You said self-confidence is built on a lot of no's. Can you explain how rejection actually helped you shape your confidence?
How did rejection shape my confidence? So what I always do is I take the most negative part that I hear or parts about me and I turn them into my best part, my best skills. For example, my feminine look. Everyone, when I was small, everyone tell me like, "Oh, you're too feminine, you're too feminine." I turned it into my good, and now it brings me money, it makes me work. So as a model, something I love to do. So I'm very happy with that. And with rejection, it's actually the same. Because in the beginning, when I knew I was adopted, adoption means your biological parents rejected you. I don't know the story, but
no, of course, because you don't know that. Yeah,
So first I was very angry about that, but then you give it a place and casting. Of course, you get more no's than you get yes. That's
Yeah, yeah.
for everyone. And that situation with adoption, it made me learn that you don't have to take it too personal. It's just not the right time and something better will come after. And that was always how it was since now. So
Okay.
I don't take it too personal, but you have to have a thick skin with it, with rejection, because it in the beginning and for young models or for young people who look for a job and have to do the internship talks and stuff again, and then you start doubting yourself. And but just continue, be yourself,
I think it's also knowing yourself.
knowing yourself. What can I do? What can I not do? Is it validate critique? Can it
Yeah,
help
yeah.
you?
Or
And do
is it
you
out of
understand?
jealousy?
Yeah,
It's a difference.
jealousy and validated critique are so different things.
Validated critique. It shapes us too because it's actually giving us feedback
Indeed.
from people that want to help us to become a better version of ourselves.
That's true. But I guess as a person, you will always feel, I understand why I got rejected next time better. So it's also knowing yourself and accepting the rejection. If you keep going to the next casting or job or whatever with the same attitude of, oh, I'm going to get rejected and a negative attitude, you're not going to get far. So you always have to be, okay, we got rejected next.
Yeah.
And happy and
Yeah, of course.
positive vibrations.
I always say I learned it, of course, from very intelligent people that are so much further than I am.
Those are the ones to learn from.
Those are the ones to learn from. But they always say, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Turn it to your best. Turn the situation to take something good
Yeah.
out of it.
Feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah,
because a
I
lot of
hate
people.
that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
like that. I don't like that. It doesn't help you further.
No, it doesn't help you further. It's very true. Okay. Taha. I think that's a beautiful name.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've
My
never heard it.
name wasn't chosen by my parents. It was given to me in the adoption clinic, in the adoption place, let's say.
Yeah?
So they were like, this boy, his name is Taha. And my mom and father were like, wow, we love this name. So they kept it. Because when I was smaller at school, I didn't like my name at all.
No.
Taha, it was short. Everyone laughed at it. Everyone was like, Taha, haha. Till this day, if someone mocks it like, haha, I'm so angry. Or
Yeah.
like when at school people didn't, like teachers, they were like Taha or didn't pronounce my name properly. I didn't stand up. I was like, it's not my name. I don't go.
Allee.
Literally. But now I'm very proud of my name.
Does it have a meaning?
It has a meaning. It is a prophetic sentence written in the Quran. It says a lot about purity.
I will put it here.
Yeah,
Here under.
maybe.
Yeah, I will put it like a sentence that comes across
I will
the screen.
text it to you in WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to know. So, if you could send one message to another adoptee who feels lost, what would it be?
Get to know yourself. That will be it. Because if I look back on my life, even I felt as lost for years, but like long years that seemed like forever at that time. I always had something to look back on and that made me happy and that gave me a joy and a vibe of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take care. Of course, always take care. But get to know yourself good and surround yourself with good people who have good intentions and not people who are like, oh, let's go party or let's go clubbing or let's go crazy. Like when you feel bad and lost, you tend to go with those persons and
Yeah.
then you get
That's
more
true.
lost.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
don't get tripped in that.
Then the next thing is, and what legacy do you hope to build, not just as a model, but as a voice for adoption and self-acceptance?
The legacy I would love to build is to be yourself, to create. Everyone individually should create like the vision he wants to be with words around it. Like these are the words that suits me. These are the colors that suits me. This is the path I want to take. And then you can really start with life if you really know yourself. Like, this is the year I just really know myself. I'm 25, so
Yeah, this is the year that it starts, actually.
yeah, and I see. I
Yeah.
really see everything is like starting serious, but I also feel very confident about myself and very in ease and pay and poised about
Yeah.
the whole work around it.
Yeah.
What I also would say is to go back to your roots. If you come from Congo, if you come from China, if you come from Morocco, the VS, go back to it. Even though your parents are not the same roots as you, go back to it. You have to see it. Go back to the place. Look up what the hospital where you were born. Walk in those neighborhoods. It gives you such a vibe, such a
Yeah.
not.
Did you go to Morocco?
When I was like a kid, we went. But then last year, my parents went to Morocco because normally this year I would love to see the crash where I was,
Yeah.
but it's broken. It's not existing anymore.
Oh.
So I cannot see it anymore. But I'm okay. It's okay. But I will advise other persons, other adoptees who have that chance to really do it because it's a big step in the growth process and the accepting to be there.
Yeah.
And maybe to learn the language there, really be like one with the culture.
Okay.
That's really something I will advise.
Yeah, I think that's very good advice.
Mm-hmm.
You said your mom made you the fashion icon
Mm-hmm.
you made today. Yeah. And I don't think there are a lot of moms like, we all love clothes, but the way you explained it, that was, yeah.
Honestly, my mom has like the most iconic clothes, not specifically expensive clothes, just Zara and Massimo Dutti. But she combines it so well.
Really?
Always classy. She combines it well. She loves jewelry. Back in the day, she really liked big jewelry and her hairstyle was like a frou-frou till this day, like long hair with a frou-frou. I was so obsessed with it.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to meet your mom.
Let's meet her soon. And she loved taking care of herself, eating good. And yeah, I always saw that in front of me. Like,
You really had a very good example.
yeah, I really had a good example. Like, for example, now I eat very good. I drink a lot of water, tea. I love the same obsessions, yes, with fashion. I have the same, but on my way. I'm more like I like black clothes, very skinny, tight, leather, big jewelry. And she's more like chill.
Chill. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
more a bit chill. She doesn't like tight clothes and
No,
stuff,
no,
but
no.
I love it. But that's also the interpretation you give to it. Like you got people who does it for how they get looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There are people that do it for other people, and then there are people that do it
for themselves.
Yeah, and I do it for myself.
Me too.
I'm not saying that I'm putting makeup on every day, which I used to do in the past, even on Sundays when I didn't go out.
To go sit in the couch.
Yeah, definitely 5-6 days in a week.
Wow.
And even when I don't go out, maybe not as heavily like now,
Yeah.
because, I'm getting some wrinkles and I need to fill it up. But no, I always have a good basic. Yeah, a good basic. And when I go out, even with the dogs, just getting up in the morning and making your hair look good and just putting that little bit of color on your face, and that little bit of makeup, it's nice clothing.
Yeah, clothes that make you feel good.
Yeah, even that, it's a sort of ritual, routine that just makes you feel good about yourself
and about your day
and about the day. And it doesn't matter about what other people think or care. It's you have to do that for yourself.
I know so many people that really live for other people.
Yeah, and that's totally
They don't
wrong.
even like the style they're wearing. They just do it because
other people
popular.
like it. Yeah, but
It makes my eyes turn.
Yeah, this is a long question. You've been through loss and struggle, yeah, and finding your voice, which you did, yeah. What does resilience means to you as a person? because for everybody it has a different meaning. Resilience for me has a different meaning than for you. If someone's listening right now and is in the middle of their own struggle, what expertise did you have in life that you want to pay it forward?
To be very patient. Sometimes you have like a week or a month or a year that's very hard and not fun at all. And you're like, I'm so done with it. But I was always very patient and I was like, this is not how my life is going to be. Maybe now it's not as fun as it is, but it's a sour apple, like they say. Just bite in it and it will be done and then it's all good again and positive. So very be patient.
What I found,
And good surroundings. That's
and good,
also
yeah,
very
that's
important.
very important.
Because if you're surrounded by people who cry all the time and tell you all the time, oh, your problem is so big, and it makes
Yeah.
you self paranoia in the way of you keep seeing the problem as something big
Yeah.
instead of trying to solve it and trying to live with it and replace it, not replace it, but do something nice so you think less of it, you know?
Yeah, of course, yeah. In one of the last podcasts I recorded, I talked about my health journey and the resilience of that, because that was a huge one for me that I had to go through. Personally, what I found is that whatever happens to you in life, it's not happening, it's happening for you. It's like, you
And
know,
it's happening for a reason also.
it's happening for you, it's happening for a reason, and it's a journey that we live through, and it's from that we need to have our lessons and learn from it. And there is something I recognize in you, and I think it's something that you have, but you don't think about sharing it. And I think this is important for people to know. I always say you have to keep emotions in check, because emotions has the ability to distort the truth. And when you have your emotions in check,
Yeah.
you look.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You see something worser than it is.
Yeah.
Just because you're in that heat, in that emotion,
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
heat, or in that emotion,
Yeah,
that sadness.
in that
You can
emotion.
think sometimes clear about the problem.
And I think that this is something you realize at a very young age, but never really talked about it. Like,
literally.
yeah,
even
like
with
now.
friends, when I just knew the adoption thing, like even with friends, I told them, and then they wanted to talk with me about it. I was like, let's not talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now I'm like very open about it.
Now you're open about it and you want to talk about it because the pain
Yeah,
isn't
because
there.
also it's not there anymore.
Yeah, it's not there
It will
anymore.
always be there, like, but different.
In a different way.
Because my emotions now are very
Yeah, they're
really good. What
yeah.
you said, it's so true.
Yeah, but you seem as a human being, as a person that has their emotion quite good under control. It's healthy to realize and to know that, okay, I always say, and this too shall pass. Yeah.
Everything will pass.
So you're going to Amsterdam, to Brussels, and to Paris.
Yes. So next day, Wednesday, I will be going to Amsterdam for a fashion show. Saturday next, I will be having a casting for a fashion show in Brussels, and then end of September, I will go to Paris for Fashion Week. So September is very booked.
Wow.
Very excited.
You know, if people want to book you for a fashion show, a catwalk, or if they want to book you for a photography shoot for clothing, where can they find you?
They can contact me on my mail. The link is in the description. They can also contact me on my LinkedIn and on my Instagram page.
Okay, what's the name of your Instagram page?
Taha Laarissi.
Okay, and yeah, of course, your name, and people,
Yes.
you know, you can find that in the description as well here in this podcast. Okay, where do you wanna be in 5 years from now?
I hope I will still be able to do modeling. Besides that, I hope I will be more into the styling scene, because now I only had one thing I done in the styling world and I really loved it. So I really want to continue in that. And maybe also talk about adoption and the struggles around it, but like in a group of people who are also adopted. Because I found in like the Belgian media, etc., it's not talked about much. The podcast I did was in the Netherlands 2 years ago, and that was like a whole community of adoptees. There were like 200-300 persons. And then in Belgium, you have nothing. No organizations for adoptees. I mean, not much. And then the thing with it is Arabic adoptees, because sometimes you want to look for people who are
Of
come from the
course. Yeah,
same
yeah,
place.
yeah.
And yeah, till this day, I haven't found one.
No.
Not one. No Moroccan, no Algerian, no Tunisian, Egyptian. I haven't found one. And even people here who work like with adoptees, they did like a research, not one. So then I'm like, maybe they see it as a taboo. I don't know, but I really want to talk about it much so a lot of people can recognize it in it. And yeah.
I think this is a huge thing because, oh, I'm so happy that I asked that question. Yeah, because I think this is a very valuable for whoever is listening, and especially here in Belgium. Look, if you're listening to this podcast or even watching it, I think it's very important to contact both of us. Because I think for the Black African people who are adopted when there is no community, or maybe you know a community, and you know the followers know that I'm very big on communities because we're going to need it more and more. Please contact us, called Taha or me, because maybe we can set something up.
Yeah, and I will love that.
Yeah.
Talk about it more.
Maybe a tip I can give you. I think write a book. It doesn't have to be one of 300.
My mom told me the same last week when I was talking about the thing I wrote about for the text, the preparation for today. She told me the same. It's so interesting in your life. You should write a book.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this podcast.
Thank you to you for inviting me and giving me the chance to talk and to share about my story.
No, you're welcome. And I'm so happy that I got to know you.
Me too.
And there's still a lot of taboo around social media, but we found each other through social media. And I find so many people through social media.
It's true.
And social media does so many good things as well. And I think that we need to emphasize more and more is that social media is not the enemy.
No,
it's how we use it.
Indeed.
Yeah. It's how we use it, and it's how
it keeps us all connected to each other also.
I think so too. It doesn't have to override the personal connection, but see, what beautiful.
What began with social media ends in a podcast, let's say.
Yeah, it is. It is. I wish you all the luck. I wish
Thank you so much for you too.
And I want to meet your mom.
I will tell her. Let's meet up soon together.
Yeah, let's do that. And I will come to your place and get the car. Yeah.
Let's do that. I will do too.
Come, I want a hug. Okay, this is our podcast for today. I'm going to have another speaker very soon. He's a personal trainer. So please subscribe to this channel because I think it's very important to grow our community, because as more people are subscribed to our podcast channel, the more people it will draw in, because, that's the algorithm, what favors it. So, and please share this podcast with someone that could help, get more insights because of Taha's story. So, see you next week on our next podcast, and peace.